Team WE. I was hoping for it, but it looks like they're just going to with Shen. So the big thing about Shen is that he can actually be pretty aggressive during the laning phase.
A brush dodging out though, and they'll be able to get some vision. But how can we see this happening? Maybe at the Dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think it could be around Dragon. It might very well be right now. We'll see if Svenskeren is able to get away. The Stand Unite's coming in.
Flash on Svenskeren. This is the same thing that happened right behind Red when they went for Dragon the first time. Could he be going down? Battle Dance in. The saves are there. And Svenskeren's going to live. No! Unleash power just to range. GA picks up first blood.
To try and assist his team, his focus was on that top tower. But with the bottom lane of Team WE trying to go for that,
you want to pull your hair out.
So this again, the reason that TSM is not going forward is because they were traded for the Rift Herald and then perhaps get a lot of pressure down on mid lane immediately with that. You can see that Biofrost is heading up there. Doublelift is going to go bot side to catch the wave, but TSM is very clearly looking to answer on the other side of the map.
This opportunity, Bjergsen coming from the flank.
He's going to meet GA on the right side. Cosmic Radiance goes down. Doublelift forced to flash out of that one. Actually quite low to start. Gets Kandi back. He throws the ultimate down, and that's only going to hit Svenskeren. That could be the kill that WE needs, though, to gain control of this jungle. Biofrost gets unleashed on as well, and it's 2 kills coming in for WE.
And it's TSM.
Just the amount. Ooh. Another shot from Bjergsen. I was going to say just the right amount of people there to fight, but Bjergsen.
This is Bjergsen seeing that GA had his splashdown, capitalizing, getting something back for them, and they will knock down that mid lane turret. Well, Doublelift is pressuring on the top side, so mid lane control and that tower, and now they get their second Mountain Dragon. So the threat of a Baron Rush becomes so real.
Considered by many analysts the best AD carry in China, but hits the engage.
Oh, straight through. Biofrost trying to charm up the entire team. WE, and he's got a few. It looks like they got the number on Ben as well. Goes down a double kill for Bjergsen, and now they're going to be looking for Kandi, one of the tankiest members. They drop him, and Baron is in the eyes of TSM. It might already be.
That ultimate from Svenskeren was incredible. He split Ben up from GA, denying the Taric ultimate from coming through. Allows them to get Syndra. They are teaming in, and they're going to secure this with the Gragas. TSM is looking to get a stranglehold on this game.
Gragas in the Cho'Gath. Kandi can't even make it close. Beautiful job by TSM by holding off on the damage and making sure Kandi is at range.
To be a menace in these team fights and be pivotal in helping to burst people down before the Taric ultimate completes.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
On a concerted fight. Doublelift has not purchased in quite a long time. You can see that the BF Sword plus pickaxe advantage goes over to Mystics.
One of the interesting things of that, Rakan versus Taric.
You get the Charmin, the Cosmic Radiance comes in, control throughout the entire river, and they'll be able to pick up another Ocean Drake thanks to that control.
And that is why
TSM back in favor with the Baron, back in favor with this lane control, and Team WE is still looking for a win. Monster is hungry. 9 stacks, no champions, and he's looking for some dinner. 3-3 here. Team WE, Featherstorm start from Mystic. Cosmic Radiance goes down. It's going to get just a few of the members. Shie's on the backside, unprotected, and that may be the focus. Hunter hits him. The entire team collapses. Shie's down. Ben tries to run out here. Mystic on the top side. Beautiful damage coming in from him. The focus is perfect. Svenskeren low. Biofrost goes in for another attack. Featherstorm the resets, but Doublelift has found the resets, and he says, "Here we go, TSM."
TSM find themselves the ace. They rip through Team WE, and they have their eyes on the base to get themselves another win.
And they will be able to at least get the inhibitor here. We'll see if they can get the inhibitor, then go back for the Baron, because the minion wave is not yet here. So this will take them some time, and we'll see if they decide to try to go for Nexus first or retreat back to the Baron. The Baron would certainly be the safer option here, but they might want to try to risk it.
Look at those death timers, though. Doublelift and Bjergsen just shred through these towers. I don't think Team WE are going to respond in time, and I think TSM are going to take first in the group.
They have a Corki, they have a Tristana, they're the demolition team, and TSM will sit atop of Group D, 2-0, starting off the 2017 World's Group Stages.
TSM demonstrating that they can...
Trundle, I would be very happy to see, and thank
picked.
God it is finally picked. To me, this is something that has been so obvious as a pick in this meta. Power of Evil is.
They're trying to challenge this blue buff right now.
Whoa, Maple with interesting pathing there to see what he can find, and he finds himself 6 feet under. First blood for Power of Evil.
Great play there from Maxwell.
Playing smart, making sure to get in for the blast cones, use his
very easily transition this up and attack Trundle, who will not be able to safely wave clear, but they are going to trade it for an Infernal if they do so.
What a great play from Flash.
To make this lane swap happen more quickly, they're sending their bot lane top, and they're taking a lot of damage on the turret. Trundle is on bot side, and they're going for Maple.
Right in his face. Oh, the silence on two. Power of Evil does not let him come back for the kill. There is going to be a turret going down on the top side, but the fight's still happening in the mid lane. MMD low, looking to get the chomp down, and he is not able to go, or is not going to do so onto Maxlore. Power of Evil, no kill either.
Flash Wolves did get the first turret on the top side, so more gold in the pocket of Betty, but Alfari also getting some free time down here on the bot side, and they need to try to transition this into war, because I do think committing this lane, and you're not really getting anything in either of the side lanes.
They still have that mana available from the Rod of Ages. On top of that, he thinks that he needs to add to that by getting the ability power and cooldown reduction from the Nash's too, but also he feels that with the passive of Orianna, he can utilize additional damage, especially against these front-line tanks. So he's building towards these late game fights where he's
strong enough in that position to make something happen, and this may be the mid turret for them.
Now, this is a pretty big deal for Misfits, because one of the interesting stats for the Misfits, because they moved through mid, they cut off the entrance from Flash Wolves, who are now looking for a fight.
The bait, Pillar goes out, Shockwave, that's going to be a big damage on MMD. He goes down before he can provide the damage or get a bite
job, and they get a tower plus the Mountain Drake going into their hands. So while Misfits getting a kill onto the top lane is great, moving towards the back.
Oh, the question is, can they get Karsa? They can chase down Karsa. They might be able to go for the Baron here, and he is looking like he is in trouble, but Flash Wolves are going to be pushing up mid.
Karsa getting taken down. That's going to be Betty and Sword Art on the mid.
We'll see if Flash Wolves can try to poke him off this Baron. Remember, Jinx has no flash and is very vulnerable without it.
MMD as well cannot get in. They're going to turn a beautiful choice on the fight, and Maxlore could go down. Great shields to keep him alive, and that made Flash Wolves step one step further. Maple has to get out now. Betty's out of mana and can only use the short-range gun as Misfits are looking for power in the mid lane.
No flash on Betty!
They get the shockwave onto him as well. He goes down. That's a quick silver sash. It doesn't even keep him alive as they try to get the knife. They're gonna
Maple
fly.
is just so good at punishing every move that Misfits try to make, constantly getting something back for his team, but I don't know if he can stop this Baron.
Yeah, they certainly can. I mean, there's only two Flash Wolves members over there. Karsa would have to look for a Miracle Steal, but Power of Evil is zoning him out. This will be a Misfits Baron.
Going to need it. Every lane has been pushed. They're still getting spikes and gold from the turrets, and Misfits really needed to recoup here. A great Baron, 5-0 as they control all kills on the map. Flash Wolves has been working around them up to this point.
The rookie squad from the European LCS making their debut on the international stage are pushed.
Saves him from the Super Mega Death Rocket.
Great body block from Maxlore as well, but through all the skirmishing in the jungle, Misfits finally secure themselves.
Bot lane as well here. Maple could not hold on against Alfari. Alfari is putting on the pressure, and no one can answer him in this side lane.
Flash Wolves, they had great objective control in the early game. We saw multiple times. Every time Misfits made a move, Flash Wolves were quick. Not gonna fall.
Oh, Howling Gale kind of gives away their positioning. A very nice pillar.
Split, though.
Stops into one shockwave onto Karsa. That's going to be the knockdown from him as Power of Evil comes up with the kill. Maple still trying to stay on the side.
And again, he's trying to take advantage, but Misfits, they shred through this Baron. They're going to get the empowered recalls, and they extend their goal. TSM yesterday, but the big difference is that TSM moves up as a 5-man, whereas Misfits, they're playing on all 3 lanes. No one can have
that. Means inhibitors going down on the bottom side, just sub 40 minutes. Misfits finally break the base, and they're looking for more.
And Alfari is TPing back, so they want to commit to this push. They still have a minion wave in the mid lane. They can go straight over point
to run any risks, as Misfits are well on their way to becoming the first European team that can do anything.
Down to 6,000 immediately. That's half the Baron's health. They actually don't want to chance it. Maple could be really firing in the damage from the side. MMD so far behind, but they don't have that vision just of him yet. They get the Baron. Just about 2.5 waves as they approach. MMD looking for that rupture that would stop. Whoa, they get a hit onto Hans Sama. Flashback, beautiful cleanse there to keep himself alive. The cast did not do much, and they shut down Karsa as he tries to get in. Maple is almost melee range before firing damage onto Hans Sama. Very scary stuff from Flash Wolves as they are losing the inhibitor turret and trying to defend with everything they have left.
Betty just cannot hit through these tanks. He is trying his best to do that much work, but unfortunately...
Oh, they're TPing in behind. They're actually trying to cut the wave here.
This is going to be huge. Maple's going to be flying through, damage onto Max Lore. It's going to be Alfari as well. He says, this is our side of the map. Get back over there. And now Misfits have repositioning again on that top lane. Betty backing up, kiting as much as possible to clear out the waves before they approach the turret. They only have that seed. A hit on Sama. That's without the cleanse. It's 1-2. Can they rinse and repeat? Max Lore and the rest of the team behind their AD carry, behind Hansama as he respawns on the Guardian Angel. And they're going to be looking for the win. Does Europe find it here? 46 minutes in. Misfits almost doubling the time of their first game here as they persevere through Flash Wolves.
And there's the power of the Nashers too. The power of evil gets the kill down on the Betty. They've got their eyes on the Nexus, and Misfits are looking for their first win at World.
Karsa's back up though. Maple is still alive. There are some very low health bars on Misfits. Will they commit for this?
Last Nexus turret in their eyes. Karsa on the right side. Max Lore says, I give up my life for this, and tries to put himself in front. Karsa low on health. It's going to be Maple as well. Dives into the middle. Misfits have locked down the victory. Misfits are looking at the Nexus, and they will pull out the win at the 2017 group stage.
The European LCS is going to grab their first win from the unlikeliest of sources. Misfits. So many.
Yeah, for going pretty even up against the Rise, and I think that it's also a big comfort pick for him in the middle lane as well. But I feel like that you heard Max Lore talking about how at breakfast they all sit together, they all talk about.
Perkz making the roam up though. He has the Realm Warp and they can go for this. Trundle ult is popped.
Just going to be in range, expect to get a few chomps down himself. Takes a bite out of Crime and the kill goes over. You expect in that top side, Trick and Crash meet each other.
To make plays across the map. It's already going to set up, expect to be this massive side lane.
The control of vision, you know, if they're able to actually combine Trick and him, and even utilizing Perkz to get in that jungle and get the vision, he's going to be
the rest of the team of 1907 Fenerbahce was in the Rift Herald. Gets called out, a final shot, and that turret is down.
3 towers now.
Looks like they're going to be able to pick up this Drake. Nice and easy. G2 gets a little bit more speed behind them with a Cloud Drake.
G2 is just able to build match resist across the board. I mean, Berk treads on the top 3 members of the map. You have an Abyssal Mask, you have a Spirit Visage completed. They're going to be cashing out on that call and getting so many gold advantages.
Cashing in on that tier as well, around 680 for Perkz, 580 for Frozen is expect. Stealing Thaldrins.
They have the Recon and G4, they have this powerful engage if they can just find it. There's not really much of that.
Realm Warp again, right onto Crash, and it looks like that is going to happen. Japone very low. Monsoon goes down with
coming in from expect.
Yeah, they're looking to get flanked, and Fenerbahce is actually split up here. They could be in trouble.
Dropping the minions in the mid wave, so they make sure that G2 may not have something to push, but they'll go right for Baron if they can take the fight. Thaldrin goes down. The 50-50's only with Crash now, and the Smite.
And get engaged on.
Perkz on the other side of the wall. Man mode for him as he pushes Crash over. And we'll see if Crash can get himself back in. The flash is up, so he can pretty much deny any of that positioning, but over the wall goes G2 for Crash, and the Baron will go into the hands of G2 Esports. Trick and Midi to do the rest of the damage there. Hopefully, they have enough damage there, getting a little ahead of themselves. Overzealous, G2 goes for too many kills and almost lose their team doing Baron.
So G2 finally get themselves
wants that stack.
Yeah, he wants the stack, man. He's got to come out with the bright side. But
So he throws the Rise ultimate to the right side, knowing that the only way out is for Cassio to flash up. He then is already meeting him there.
And now G2 with the Baron buff. They're looking for mid, but here comes the flank.
Righteous Glory, eyes on Sven on the back line. Crash straight to him, expecting Trick now in the front. Sven turns around to start firing, and that is going to be a dead Crash. Trick pops up Thaldrin. Enough shots could be the end of him as Perkz enters from the side with a flash. And now, without blinking, they continue the fight. Patton and Sven, 1v1, blasted back with a buster shot. And a Kathy, it won't surprise anybody on this one. G2's in the base.
Really good engage from Crash, but just too late into the game. G2 are far too strong, and they're going to go to a nearly perfect game against 1907 Fenerbahce.
Both teams coming in 0-1. There had to be a victor in the group, and G2 makes a bit of a statement for themselves here, climbing towards the top, looking for a 1-2 position here in Group C. They take down the final Nexus turret, and they will have the Nexus. 8-0, 32 minutes in. G2 take the victory over 1907 Fenerbahce.
EU 2-0 on the day, boys. That's it. We're back. We're coming for groups.
And you have to ask, no, I'm not going to say it.
If they do that, and they're going to opt against it and just put a Galio top lane.
Yeah, they're going to choose to flex it, so maybe not an expectation. We did see a fair few flexes in the play-ins, of course, of Worlds.
Lane, they're just trying to use the BF sword to take turrets. They might be diving this Maokai.
He's got no flash. This could be a kill here. Good little seal. Oh, great! Again, the Twisted Events dodges out some of the damage, but again, they're going to keep diving away. Too much. Take the MLXG. Does get healed. And Monsoon protecting stuff, and now Kube has his flash back up. Let me going to take the next one, but it's not enough. Uzi finally grabs first blood.
That courage of the Colossus shield was so big because there were 4 people in the lane, so they're like, whoa, we're killing a Maokai and a half up against this turret. But because he didn't have his flash, because they were actually patient enough to realize that they had the heals and the shields and the John ultimate to take turret, they make it work, but that was a little more difficult than they expected.
Super awkward, to say the least, but you know what? The kill went to Uzi of all people for RNG. They'll take it in the end. They got the turret first as well, so ultimately it's still a big win. It just took a little bit longer than they would have otherwise wanted.
Rule, though, is going to clean up this bot side turret. 2-man push from Samsung more than enough. But
they're not going to let him get this Herald.
On for this Herald ambition, the ultimate already does use it, stuns up one. Ming actually getting locked up for a little while, but Kube TPing in not too effective as MLX, she's trying to finish the Herald. It's pretty low, and he does have smite, but I don't know if he really wants to keep going. They do get it. Who's going to grab it? Let me just going to take it and try and get out, I think.
He may have to...
You're accounting for all the gold Ruler gave him. It was made up for in the room pad.
Yeah.
Well, Ocean Drake over RNG, so MLXG is not going to be around to use it, but doesn't need to on this turret. RNG with enough space to knock this one down, and all of a sudden took the first turret, going to make it 2 in very short order.
Yeah, and RNG the tempo as much as possible. They're going for another turret with this Rotero.
This is a high tempo play. Rito crashes in. That's enough for the tier 2, and the crowd goes absolutely wild.
For them right now, this is still an absolutely brutal game. That's a worry.
Never mind, flash out. That's a kill for Xiaohu.
The
aggressive of Drakes, but they'll certainly take them and continue to stack them up.
Yeah, the 1-3-1 by Samsung is a very good stall tactic right now. It's even catching them up in the game because they took that extra turret, and they're actually getting more farm as RNG is spending all this time trying to down.
Uzi just went in onto Kube there, but now they're going to maybe catch him out. The tornado was good for the knockup. Kube going to get knocked back again, and he's down. Uzi grabs his second kill of the game. The one out of the way.
You have to save your CC for the Realm Warp. I think Xiaohu's learned this from the last time. He's doing it in Fog.
Going blind, no, can't do it. Little late, and Crown.
Vision towards the Drake itself. RNG will have no idea.
What a flanky by Xiaohu and MLXG. Actually a stun lands on the core. JJ ulti, lets it rip, and Uzi gets the kill. Now jumps in on towards Ambition, going to try and clean one up. Uzi grabs the double kill. Going to keep moving forward. Stun lands it. Oh my god, Uzi, triple kill. He's not going to get it all, but he might grab the quadra. Kube gets out of the way, and RNG.
Paper right there. He killed him so fast. Got the resets, caught Samsung completely off guard. They did not expect that kind of damage, and now RNG has control.
Honestly, I don't think anyone expected the amount of damage he did to
If they wanted a chance, and they have well and truly done that.
And conveniently in the way that we also suspected, being that it would be a Baron as a higher priority, and all of that comes down to
one fight is all it took for the TwitcherCon to get back.
There they go! Cataclysm against her 10! Huge knocker there in the ball! Xiaohu takes the roller! Everybody's dead! He gets the double, Uzi leaps in to grab it, and it's only Crown left!
And RNG is not EDG today. This is a Baron buff long death times. I think they win on this push.
They might be able to do it here, Jack. That's going to be an inhibitor. Just Crown left.
Crown, do not stand there and taunt RNG. They're going for the game. Let me is going to tank the fight. Next to taunt on the left is the stun lands on the Crown assist. Wants to flash away. Uzi leaps on. They want it. They want it all. Going to try and grab the ace. Uzi can't quite get him in the fountain, but the Nexus turret is dead. And RNG send a message. Take down Samsung. Slightly sad as AHQ are going to lock in Maokai as their final and pretty expected pick here, taking the other tank that Westo isn't here to play. I feel like in some small way, this is a bit of an homage.
The kill threat is so high, usually the Singles has the Fizz.
Charlie has run bot instead. They're going to try and get a lead there. Wolf looks to be in trouble. Gets ulted, and that's first blood.
Everything thrown right.
But with not a lot left available.
It's a 3v3 right now. Peanut, I think, just trying to steal it with his E, but going to need to get it. Does smite it away and dash over the wall, but AHQ make chase.
Teleport.
Yeah, flash in as well. Albus wants it, gets the tornado knock up very quickly.
Wolf,
Zip
no summoners.
is here now. Good old Peanut is going to be the first one. Flash, roots him, massive back in. Arcade back, flash. Beautiful combo by Zip as Mountain takes down Wolf.
I'm actually amazed Peanut lived. I love the patience by Ziv, waiting for the double root, delaying on his Q to get everyone. I thought it was a for sure double kill, but Peanut narrowly escapes. Even so, a big advantage for AHQ here.
Lucky to be alive, of course, Peanuts, but with no hesitation, they teleport in for the fight. Flashing forwards as Jana is not something you'll often see in League of Legends, but proves to be successful here, knowing that Wolf
didn't have the defensive capabilities, so this is a very good job by AHQ to punish the SKT mistakes. SKT doesn't make very many of them, so you got to make sure you're pouncing when they do.
Well, they get the first turret and the Infernal Drake as their reward. Huni will trade for them.
And now they're going to dive Ziv.
Time to dive. Ziv got a lot of health, but maybe not a whole lot left. Mana pretty low as well, as he's going to get stunned up. Twisted advance not enough, but the Permafrost stuns him, and Faker going to try and nab the last hit, but it's Huni with a nom nom nom.
Yeah, very good from Huni to secure it. If he uses the ult, gets the feast stack, it's more valuable than Faker getting 300 gold realistically. So take it, Huni. Take it for the Cho'Gaths of the world. And they get themselves a kill, SKT. So don't need teleports, it seems, to make a play.
I mean, they're just going to keep cycling in here. It's now Mountain who's next up. Why is he there?
Round 2, gets silenced, gets done. Goodbye, sweetheart, Mountain. Oh no, it looks like a disaster. Faker's going to grab it.
And nothing AHQ was doing in response to that. Very dazed, it seems, in their response to that play.
Freebie, freebie! Towie!
Put in rotation.
Good juke back. Faker, though, still going to run it in. Great off, but a good start. Going to land on the 2. Faker a little low. Does point him up for a little bit of extra movement speed to cast. Maybe not what he wanted. His bang unleashes with the ultimate. AHQ forced to run away as Peanut. Wild Growth still tanky on the front line, but a stun. Landed, finds 2. Faker getting clipped again. Mountain, though, the one to pick up Peanut as Ziv. Another great TP. Huni flashes as a twisted event. Connects back onto him. Arcane smash back into the team. Huni, he wants to feast on something, but he'll feast on death.
Just another play turned
Every
around.
time SKT makes a mistake, credit to Chowie for what it's worth as well. We'll see that, I've no doubt, in the replay. But they're getting a mid lane turret and a Herald because SKT aren't forcing for an objective. They're forcing for the sake of killing them. And that's backfiring. And then AHQ get the objective.
Yeah, there are certain elements of this game that are classic SKT. And they don't get anything because they've now expended everything. AHQ gets to turn around on.
Fantastic from AHQ ultimately, but SKT, you're still looking at that gold. It's about to tick over, just still fairly close.
Yeah, and it looks like SKT actually picked up the Cloud Drake. They picked up the turrets on the bot side, so absolutely still in this game and still have a late game Twitch Lulu.
Well, AHQ will get themselves up a turret still, as Arn should be able to finish this one off with a bit of extra AD from Albus's Jana. So sitting with a 4-man seat, are going to try and crack it open, and AHQ, no good responses. Mountain looks for the flank, can't find the angle.
Yeah,
What a pipe dream.
they need less vision on the map in order to find flanks, but AHQ
Can also try and feast it. He gets the turret in the bot lane.
Down to half health.
AHQ pretty hard committing to this Baron though.
I mean, Cho'Gath can teleport in with Feast. They have to pull off.
Yep, going back in again. Peanut stumps Mountain only. Huni now in the pit. Looks for a rupture, doesn't grab it onto Arn, who's going to poke back in. Baron also did.
And that means AHQ need to force his 5 to prevent losing more side turrets.
There's one turret, but what do they do next? They need to keep going. Somebody.
Important to give some extra context here for AHQ's team composition, being that it's a Gragas. May have even had his god, but they are so good at disengaging, which is why they want SKT to make mistakes coming
Where's
to
the vision?
them.
Ooh.
He was spotted by the super, but this is way too late.
Yeah, Chowie just got spotted, but that's not enough. SKT, a very rare
Flash.
mistake.
They're going on Huni at least.
Ziv pop the righteous scorer he wants in. Wolf goes
Super dead.
inside to try and protect him. Wolf can maybe move him up, and Faker
he's so
actually going to
quick.
eat the root. Fish though, landed onto Arm, but he's got the feather stump. Does force at the last second. Huni, he's going to get knocked back in. He's so tanky on the Cho'Gath, but Peanut, he's zoned out of the fight. And SKT's carries can't get in. Most ult attempts you have to think. And again, Baron is here, and this inhibitor turret getting exposed. Arm though, silenced up. That's a bad place to be. A Zaya Monsoon reset for Albus. It's Faker. Dives him against Dun. He's going to pop the Zonies on the other side, and SKT still moving forward. AHQ do want to peel back. This is a good fight for them. Maybe a Faker lands a fish on the Mountain. Permafrost is going to stun him up, but Ziv zones him out, and Mountain lives. Faker gets stunned fighting a flank. Great play from Chowie to pick that one off, and that's a turret by AHQ.
They have the flank wards for now. He saw him coming, he got him too low. Faker can't go in when he's that low on health.
AHQ that maybe needs to commit to this siege. The ult from Ziv is going to mean they do want to go for it. A stun doesn't need it. So Huni trying to get out. They break the tower. Redemption back down to SKT. Looking to unleash back in the front line, but he's only hitting tanks. Faker has the fish, but he has to throw it, and AHQ get away with that.
That might just be it for the moment. The turret's gone, but AHQ are protecting their flanks, and then they're pushing in.
Yeah, and Bang is super patient with his ultimate. If AHQ does go too far in, Bang's going to open up. Faker also has flank.
Albus, I think, also trying to block it. He only grabs Mouth, and he wants it on. But the damage is good. Faker back in Zip. Now going to peel the fizz up after he troll balls. Chowie lands on a Chowie for a peanut. Nothing! Rudy! Oh my god! Feast on for about 50% of his health, and now Faker going to dive back in. Immune the ult from Chowie. Faker so good at this game.
That's the team fight that they're thinking about. They did just get the one carry, but the question is, what do you do after? They're chasing down Ziv.
Well, Ziv is going to have a lot of CC to contend with a TP in from Faker as well. Gonna try and collect this kill. Ziv gonna knock him back, but he eats barely, not a rupture as Faker dives back in. Burst is good, and see you later, Ziv. Eventually, rupture lands. Faker grabs it, and SKT find themselves a fight.
You hate to say it's in position.
Very big play here. Peanut though, maybe looking for the steal.
Try steal.
Who's getting in? Somebody to get the Drake. Big stun there. Lands in onto Iron. Again, he goes back to Peanut. He took the other Drake. Fish lands in, but Amuse, but oh my god, hurting so much damage onto Iron, but he's maybe gonna live. Trying to steal. Oh my god, bro, he can't do a Bang. Manages to find the snipe. A double kill for Bang. Chowie gonna die down as well. SKT get it all.
Exactly the fight they wanted. They get AHQ spread out. Faker finally is unleashed on the backline, and Huni did work that fight. All eyes were on the Elder Dragon. Huni says, well, if everyone's dead, it actually doesn't matter that much who gets it. Peanut gets it anyway, and now SKT's gonna push to win.
And he pretty much kills them by being a tank. Compliments of the Elder Dragon buff. SKT need that one moment, and they can take everything with it.
Well, Inhibitor turret down. Inhibitor gonna follow, and SKT will charge forward and move to first in this group. Nexus turret number 1 is going to fall. AHQ will barely make it back and likely will not respawn as SKT just turn their base into dust. Once again, undefeated here in the group.
Yeah, when you look at this at the end of the week,
We expect this game to be.
Yeah.
Can we afford to go late for just started? They can't, they say. We're going to go lane dominance a bit more, at least for the Varus.
Yeah, and this could be the on-hit Varus build as well, so just trying to mix it up.
was there, but the fact that it missed means Contrast gets to keep farming.
Reminder there from Scout, actually unleashed up the Culling, but Jensen now has his ulti contact, here to make it happen in the center! Oh, no Scout! Good flash, but that's not enough. Jensen gonna grab the first blood.
Yeah, awkward flash from Scout, almost not
missing that knockup, but Clearlove very sneaky is there, but Contract now in the mid lane, gonna roam in as well. A great cleanse up, but it's not enough as Impact taunts down and kills Scout.
It's a party, and Impact has so much pressure in that lane. But
boy, what a huge chain of corruption! Smoothie get a flash and try and get up, but Clearlove dunks him for the kill.
And the immediate response from EDG on the bottom side of the P9 here. EDG have responded, so we'll see how much more they get.
Yeah, mid lane turret going down first. Very big in the grand scheme of this matchup, but change of plans for Clearlove. He's like, Scout, there's nothing I can do, man. That's a volatile matchup. The Syndra's gonna kill you whenever they press R on you because the Syndra's ahead. Gank, bottom lane. Got the initiation. Impact is already very low.
Mouse does not have Feast just yet, but they're gonna try and chase it down. Mako gonna look for it. Hops the quickness, wants it, but doesn't grab it with the W.
No, so the Drake will be secured. iBoy's walking up, but the minions are also crashing. It looks like they will trade the turret. They'll get gold for an Ocean Drake.
Yeah.
Early Ocean Drake's good, but turret gold's nice.
And tempo-wise, they're so far ahead technically in this play. Yeah, they're going to lose the blue buff in the Ocean Drake, but I don't know if C9 can actually get the wave to that turret in time. And EDG would probably be able to herald if they decide to give up the turret anyway. So a positive play probably for EDG here.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Past that, even getting the herald.
So then it's just a straight up value between the two. Cloud9 ends up catching up in tempo, I think, pretty easily, and the
all of the focus.
Oh, fight gonna start. Mako wants Jensen, but the Channel is gonna protect him. Shield is good. Clearlove now maybe in trouble. Cataclysm's over. Nowhere else to go, and Impact grabs a kill. Now Mouse, who did TP in, is looking for something, but that's just
absorb. And suddenly EDG with item spikes, almost irrelevant because their opponents are able to react to the play, and they best them out of it.
Contract's gonna take his Rift Herald, does go down, and
they tend to win kind of in the same way. If they can get a decent early game lead from play-ins to the victories at groups here, they've had a really good slap that turn a few times. They're moving in.
Here, C9 get out. Double dashes there.
To impact and to try and burst him down because he's the one flanking and engaging.
Good ult, quickness, ulti there onto contracts by Shen. Sneaky moving forward. Cena want to turn this back around. Mako with a great dash back away. Mouse is here. Contract now forced to flash out of the way. The Fenerbahce is going to really take it. Clears up for the dark eye. Does it to take out Sneaky and impact. He's too far forward. Forced to flash as Jensen lands a nice two-man summer. EDG in for Scout. Flashes in. Aggression so much from this man. As the Riptail now been summoned by Contracts, that's a bit of an odd one in the middle of the fight.
He puts a top lane, says, please deal with that, don't keep chasing us, and now he's back in.
Oh, onto Mouse perhaps there. The ruse could have worked a stun in onto that, and the ulti from Jensen is enough onto Mouse.
Yeah, not just could have, it definitely worked.
Getting
hello.
Scout.
All right, well, he pops the coming. Sneaky, though, going to keep moving in
stuck.
Jensen's here as well. Contracts, never mind, he's also there, and Jensen, I think he's just going to opt for the kill. Stun lands in, and Contracts, he's the lucky man today.
That's not just the duo lane of C9 that are here, it's all of the...
EDG, slow to respond. And to be honest, there wasn't too much they could really respond. Flash, but as the ult ready, Contracts maybe is the pick. Cataclysm lands for the shield again, and Zaya just turns back around for the damage of Mako. A big knock up there, finds Super the Featherstorm. He's going to protect the carry. Scout gets one as Mouse eats Contracts for the first kill of the team fight.
America, it was a bit of a problem for C9, specifically even in the playoffs. They had at one point a 10,000 gold lead and 3 inhibitors down to Team. EDG couldn't think about an initiation here, but it would be risky.
Oh, turret down. Nice play from C9 to grab themselves an objective. Damage on the Mouse as well. He's actually not that tanky in the face of effectively 3 carry champions. A great stuff from Jensen. Leap in impact with a massive taunt, and Jensen grabs the insta double kill. Clearlove does not live as Jensen. He's going to grab the triple Contract, taking a lot of heat, but he lives just barely by a shield from...
EDG can get in here. They have no chance, and a big lead and time window for C9 to try.
So all they'll have left. C9 with a minute 50 left on Baron. Take the
very little opportunities to get into this. They require something special.
This might be it, at least to start it off. The turret goes down, but Impact's in a 1v2 that he cannot survive. Inhibitor still goes down though. That's a worth trade for Cloud9.
Side of the match, the Elder Dragon spawning. So just Baron. That's the primary concern to them, but that's what EDG want.
They got to fight here.
Make it go straight in, get a good double knock of Iva as well. Follows the ulti in, the roots are good, but everybody lives through it. Walker, there's too much. Scout, able to shut that down. Feathers through. Sneaky, still going to try and make the play. This sire is big.
That was such a clean engage by EDG, but they actually killed no one in the initial wave. It wasn't until the rupture landed on Jensen they finished him. And C9's actually undeterred. They're going for more.
Still have 2 marksmen, so not a big problem.
The TP.
EDG, a huge flank TP from Mouse, and C9 respect that Mouse needs to find something here, but he just can't.
It's to push them away, but he's in trouble.
Yep, Feathers through again. So much damage to these.
Oh, no!
Damage shields, Impact. Barely going to miss that taunt, but C9 undeterred. Scout back into the mix, and Sneaky does manage to kill Mouse. Sneaky, they're still living. Smoothie no ult, but he has the shield. Sneaky again just going off in this team by the Contracts. A step too far, perhaps, the Spirit Refuge.
Clearlove might be going for a steal.
Oh, Clearlove, he's trying to get it, but a great taunt from Impact will stop that.
Gotta try, you would think.
And when we look to their captain, Clearlove, the soul certainly of this team, especially in his hometown of Wuhan, but Mako must make the play without his splash. His ulti is up right now, but EDG are running out of time.
Yeah, no flash on Clearlove either, just the initiation tool's not there, down 5 flashes. They're just having to stand and watch while C9 takes this, and C9 knows full well that EDG used all of their initiation in that last fight, so got to be careful not to group up. Smoothie is the key, as you mentioned, staying behind that engage to prevent the catastrophe of a full-on initiation. Now 3 inhibs down, Baron up. Eventually, EDG's going to have to go.
They will have to with 3 inhibitors gone because the super minions now double up. They'll start to push in about 1 minute from now. It's going to overwhelm the EDG base. But in 1 minute from now, flashes are up and available. So when do they go in this window? All right,
We got Mako's flash. When that is up, they're guaranteed to go. But do they have enough time? Do they have to go earlier?
3 seconds, it's almost up. Mako, he must have his moment now. Impact though, finds the taunt. That's so much damage on the Scout. Mako needs to find the angle, but the carries
They can't find it.
Staying very far apart. Redemption is going to reset the situation. His mouth does eat a stun, but he will live. 1 Nexus turret though is down.
Cloud9 might just win by the minions helping them finish the game right now. EDG have to go or C9 beat them.
Kron's flash is up. It's going to happen in the next few seconds if it's ever going to happen.
2 minutes, that's the Baron. Mako goes in, needs to make the play, but all the shields in. Sneaky, getting over Jensen. That's the dreams crushed. Mako dead, Clearlove dead. Everybody from EDG is just falling down. An Impact, he may have died, but Cloud9 today, they will pick up their victory. 2-1 now in this group. And the fans here will be disappointed, but Cloud9 will take the win.
Yeah,